Hello students, hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to my channel, and in this video we are going to discuss about aerobic and anaerobic respiration. So what is respiration? You know that respiration is very different from the breathing. Respiration is the process of releasing energy from food. You know, when we eat food, food gets digested in our small intestine, and then by blood it is absorbed. It is absorbed by the villi, you have seen this, and then it reaches through blood to each and every cell of the body. And there this blood carries oxygen also, and then the oxidation of food takes place. Remember this. This is what is respiration, and during this process the energy release take place. And respiration is of two types. One is aerobic respiration, another one is anaerobic respiration. As you can understand by the name aerobic, some sound of air is coming here. Aerobic, right? So this is means it takes place in presence of air, or you can say it takes place in presence of oxygen. Anaerobic, just opposite of aerobic, means without the oxygen, without the air, in lack of oxygen, or in absence of oxygen, or you can say in absence of air or in lack of air. The respiration takes place is called anaerobic respiration. Now let's discuss about the aerobic respiration. What is the aerobic respiration? Aerobic respiration is the respiration which occurs in presence of oxygen. Remember it. The respiration which takes place in presence of oxygen is called aerobic respiration. What are the end products? End products means after the reaction what products are formed. These are carbon dioxide and water along with the release of energy. So this comes in the form of differences also. It comes in the form of definition. And what are the end products during the aerobic respiration? What are the end products of anaerobic respiration? In any case, the question can be in any form, it can be asked. So you please learn all 3-4 points which are given here. You can solve all the questions related to these aerobic and anaerobic respiration. So aerobic respiration produces a considerable amount of energy. This is very important. When aerobic respiration takes place, the energy release is there. And you know, why do we eat food? We say that we eat food because we get energy. But basically what happens? Only food doesn't give us energy. When this food digests and then oxygen act upon this food, or you can say oxidation of food take place, then the release of oxygen is energy is there. So this is what that happens during the aerobic respiration. And remember one more thing, that what is the end product? That is glucose, of which food the breakdown will be there, that is of glucose. And glucose is the 6th carbon molecule. So first of all, in cytoplasm, the glycolysis process occurs, in which this glucose changes to pyruvate. Pyruvate is the 3 carbon molecule, and this pyruvate then changes to carbon dioxide, water and energy. And very important to learn that this happens inside the mitochondria. What is mitochondria? If you recall your memory, you have done all these organelles in class 9. So mitochondria, which we call as the powerhouse also. Why do we call it powerhouse? Because here the energy release take place during the respiration. So mitochondria are the sites of aerobic respiration in cells. And this energy which we get, it is stored in the form of ATP molecules. Lot of energy release takes place during aerobic respiration. And you know that we have million of cells, and in all the cells the mitochondria is there. It means all the cells this process takes place inside the mitochondria. So energy release is too much, and that energy we utilize in our day-to-day activity, as well as our body's biological activities also need this energy. Then anaerobic respiration. What is anaerobic respiration? Which takes place in absence, yes, of oxygen. So the respiration which takes place without oxygen, or you can say in absence of oxygen, is called anaerobic respiration. The yeast and some bacteria obtain energy by anaerobic respiration. So when, in which organisms it takes place? Remember it. It takes place only in case of yeast and some bacteria. And in anaerobic respiration, the microorganisms like yeast, you can say, break down food into ethanol and carbon dioxide with release of energy. So you can see here in this flow chart, in this reaction, that the first step is just similar as in case of the aerobic respiration. Glucose changes to pyruvate, that is the 3 carbon molecule, and the process occurs in cytoplasm, where the cytoplasm is found in the cell, in between the cell membrane and nuclear membrane. Yes. And then this pyruvate, in case of yeast, or if we are talking about bacteria, then in bacteria you can write here, pyruvate changes to ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. But here the release of energy is not much, or you can say very less, in comparison of aerobic respiration. So these are the end products of anaerobic respiration. Now students, sometimes what happens then, if you are playing and without doing warming up, if you are playing or you are doing exercises, you get cramps in your legs, you feel some pain. This is what we call cramps. So why does it happen? Because of the formation of lactic acid. And how does this lactic acid produce in our muscle cells? Due to the anaerobic respiration which takes place in our muscle cells. So that is why it is recommended always, whenever you are starting playing sport or you are starting exercises, before that do some warming up exercises. Because if there is any lack of oxygen in our muscle cells, then the pyruvate breaks down into lactic acid, which is again a 3 carbon molecule. And this formation of lactic acid during the certain activities causes cramps. So that is why we feel cramps sometimes in our legs if we do exercises or start playing sports without warming up. What is the reaction takes place? That is, glucose changes to pyruvate. The reaction happens in cytoplasm, as in case of the previous reactions you have seen. And then this pyruvate changes to lactic acid along with the release of energy, and it happens in muscle cells. And this energy release, either during the aerobic respiration or the anaerobic respiration, it is immediately used to synthesize a molecule that is called ATP. Remember it? This is the energy currency. And this ATP full form is adenosine triphosphate. What it is? Adenosine triphosphate. And it is formed from ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate, with inorganic phosphate. And it is used to fuel all other activities in the cell, because this is the And that is why that mitochondria is known as powerhouse, because energy release take place inside the mitochondria during the respiration, and it changes to ATP molecule, that is the energy currency. And do you know that during aerobic respiration 32 molecules of energy is released, and in all the cells energy is releasing, because in all the cells the mitochondria is there and we have millions of cells. So you know that we get lot of energy if we are getting proper supply of oxygen, because oxygen is very important. If we are eating food but oxygen supply is not proper, or if anybody's lungs are not working properly, the person is not getting proper oxygen, the person will not get proper energy. So this ATP or this energy is very very important for us for all the day to day activities as well as in our body, because so many biochemical activities take place in our body. For that also this energy is needed. So in these processes ATP is broken down, giving rise to a fixed amount of energy which can drive the endothermic reactions taking place in the cell. I hope you all have got the topic properly. Learn it properly, because very important it is. Either it can be asked separately both the type of respiration or the differences. So learn well, and short answers also can be asked in any form. The questions can be asked from this topic. Thank you everyone. Keep watching the videos, subscribe my channel and like the video. Thank you.